Fortnite's Ballistic 5v5 mode is finally here, and it's changing the way we play Fortnite. Are you ready to dominate as an attacker or defender? Let me show you how to take control of the game. Hello everyone, it's your fifth favorite Fortnite educator, EliteOryx. Today, I'm breaking down how you can dominate in the new Ballistic mode in Fortnite. The new Ballistic mode revolves around two main objectives, Objective A and Objective B. As an attacker, your job is to plant the bomb on either objective. And as an defender, your job is to stop the attackers by any way possible, either by eliminating all players or defusing the bomb. If you have ever clutched a round in Search and Destroy like I just did, go ahead and drop a like on this video right now. This is for all of my attackers. If you are an attacker, your main focus should be coordinating with your team. The best way to do it if you or your teammates don't have mics is by the ping system. Also, as an attacker, make sure your team doesn't all push one objective. If you're playing against good defenders who are holding good angles, your team is absolutely toast, like you're done for, and you'll probably lose the round. As an attacker or even as a defender, this game mode is all about strategies. So as an attacker, maybe you should split up your forces to confuse the defenders. Maybe have two going A, two going B, and then one playing mid to see which way the defenders are going. There's different things that you can do as an attacker that gives you an advantage. So here is an example of what me and my team does. If we're playing B objective, 3 of us play the objective, and the other 2 will play mid angles to see which way the defenders are coming from. And watch for late rotators, which are usually easy eliminations. Again, any strategy you can use to give your team an advantage is key to winning. If you're a defender, always keep at least one person at the objective. This way, if they die, you can know where the attackers are going. Here is an example that me and my team use. We'll have 2 people playing objective A, and then we'll have 2 people playing objective B. And the last person, he's called a flanker. He'll play midway and then rotate when needed. So for example, if the attackers are playing objective A, the flanker will flank through the mid part of it or flank from behind and get easy eliminations to win us the game. Also, as a defender, make sure you rotate quickly, and this comes from knowing the map. There is one other way to win for both attackers and defenders. This way is achieved by eliminating all players on either side before the bomb is even placed. Now that you know how to play the objectives, let's talk about what can make or break your strategy. Whether you're playing with friends or complete randoms, and either ranked or pubs, good communication is key, and this will set you apart. It literally can be the difference between winning all 7 rounds or losing all 7 rounds. I bet you won't comment down below if you prefer to use a mic in Fortnite or do you use the ping system. If you're an attacker, you need to do this. Call out enemy positions, especially if you die. So take the time to learn the map and make good callouts. This will give your team an advantage and even possibly help them win the round. In the buying phase, you have approximately 30 seconds to buy what you need, but you could also use this time to come up with a strategy. Will you push objective A? Will you push objective B? If you get completely destroyed pushing objective A, what do you do? How do you bounce back? These are the type of strategies that you need to come up with in order to win all 7 rounds. Now, if you're a defender, you need to do this. Let your team know if you spot the bomb carrier. If you see the bomb carrier and just stare at him, you don't tell your team where he's going, that's just a huge disadvantage for your team. So regardless of if you're an attacker or a defender, clear communications make clutching the game a lot easier. So talk to your team. Stop being scared to turn on your mic. I don't care if your voice sounds like Mickey Mouse. Like, I would rather have you talking in my ear than just being silent. So use your mic if you have one. But guess what? It's not just about communication. What if you're losing the round? What do? The key to winning in Ballistic, it's all about learning from your mistakes and adapting. Are you making the mistake of just rushing in without angle peeking and just absolutely dying or getting destroyed? Maybe try a slower and methodical approach. Set traps as defenders or bait rotations as attackers. Flexibility is everything in this mode. There are no respawns in this mode, so you need to be extra careful Can you do me a favor and hit that subscribe button for me, please and thank you? It only takes a few seconds, and honestly, it means the absolute world to me. Now that you understand the basics, let's cover something many players overlook. Ballistic Mode offers specific loadouts and flex gadgets that can change the game, depending on how you use them. So regardless of what side you're on, attacker or defender, you have the same weapons to choose from. Here is a list of weapons from left to right. First, shotguns. You have the Frenzy Auto Shotgun. This has a fast fire rate, but a lower damage dealt in close range. Next is the Hammer Pump Shotgun. This has a lower fire rate, but a higher damage dealt in close ranges. Next is our SMGs. First, you have the Thunder Burst SMG. This fires a burst of bullets with a higher damage dealt, but because it's a burst, the fire rate is slower when compared to the alternative SMG, which is the Hyper SMG. This is a fully automatic gun that deals less damage but has a faster fire rate. Next is our ARs. First is the Nemesis AR. This rifle has a slower fire rate compared to like a fully automatic AR, but it deals more damage per shot. Next, we have the Enforcer AR. This is more like a marksman rifle. It has a slower fire rate than the Nemesis AR, but the damage is a lot higher. And it does have some recoil to it, but that can be controlled. And lastly, we have the Striker AR. This is a fully automatic AR that has a fast fire rate, but a lower damage compared to the other two rifles. Next, we have range weapons. The hand cannon deals a lot of damage, but not the most accurate ranged weapon. Whereas the Reaper sniper rifle, this gun is absolutely insane with its damage to the head. It does like 750 damage with a headshot. Next, we have consumables. First up is the Flashbang. This completely blinds the person you hit for a short duration of time. Following that is the Smoke Grenade. This creates a bubble of smoke where you can't really see anything in it. And again, it's for a short duration of time. And lastly, we have the Shield and Kit. The instant shields allows you to purchase it twice for 25 over shield each time. And the kit is whatever flex gadget you select. You can have up to 2 of them in your inventory, and we'll discuss this next. Now we are going to discuss flex gadgets. So even before the ballistic match begins, players get to lock in their preferred flex gadgets. This pretty much is a throwable item and it's unique to each player. So what this means is each teammate will have a different flex gadget, and there are a total of 5 of them. First up is the Flag Grenade Kit. This is an explosive device that can damage enemies as well as yourself if you're not smart with it. This is really good for like flushing enemies out from cover. Next is the Bubble Shield Kit. This is literally a shield bubble that blocks out projectiles like grenades. It blocks out enemy gunfire. This is really good for deactivate like bombs or rotating around corners if you don't want to be shot. Next is the Proximity Mine Kit. You can place this on the ground or even on walls. It's motion triggered, so when you walk by it, it actually explodes and does like 75 damage, I believe. The fourth gadget that you can choose is the Impulse Grenade Kit. So what this does is launches players both friendly and hostile away. So when you throw it, you can launch pretty far with it. This is really good for catching people off guard because usually they're angle peeking. So if you can use this to get around their angle, usually catches them off guard like this. And lastly, we have the Recon Grenade Kit. This thing is absolutely overpowered. You can toss this no matter if the person's hiding behind a wall. It actually reveals their location. And finally, guys, here are my top tips for you to rank up fast. If you want to win more games by 7-0 in full stackers, these 10 tips will give you the best edge to win almost every game. By the way, these tips are in no particular order. Starting off with tip number 1. The most important item that you should always buy if you have the funds is the Instant Shield. This is literally the difference between getting one-tapped and selling your team or defeating the enemy because you had more health. I know all the other guns are absolutely beautiful and you want to use them, but Instant Shield should be your number 1 priority. Tip number 2. Lock in your flex gadget that works for you right away. Let's say, for example, you have 4 people on your team. It's a full squad. You guys select the same gadgets every time because they work for you. You load into Ballistic and you get a random for your 5th. That random selects the gadget that you normally use. So guess what happens for everything else? It gets completely mixed up. So make sure you try other gadgets in like casual games so that you never get tunnel vision. You focus on one particular gadget, just in case that happens. Tip number 3. Learn crosshair placement. Stop selling your team because you can't hit a shot. So practice going to creative maps, practice crosshair placement. And you can do this by going to the search tab right here, type crosshair placement, and you'll get a whole bunch of creative maps that actually help you with this. Tip number 4, select the weapons that fit your playstyle. If you're a close range player, don't take a sniper because your team told you to. Use a shotgun or an SMG or maybe even an AR. Tip number 5, do some math and spend your credits wisely. If you have 2,500 credits, the first thing you should always buy is the instant shield like I said earlier. You buy them twice for 1,000 total. Now you have 1,500 credits left. Use that to buy an SMG or save the credits for an AR next round. But always do the math. Tip number 6, learn the map. If you die at elbow near mid and they're playing Doorway of Sushi, that's a better call out than just saying I died near the middle of the map. Communication is key in everything you do in life, so why not learn it here? Tip number 7, improve accuracy. There are 2 ways to reduce recoil and improve your accuracy in ballistic. The first one is to stand still and shoot your gun, and the second way is to aim down your sights. This will help you hit more shots and win those fights that you keep dying to. Tip number 8, have strategies when playing as attackers and defenders. I don't care if you gotta load up a custom in ballistic, come up with a strategy for you and your team. Tip number 9, use cover to your advantage. Always, 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 always. I can't emphasize that enough. Peek on the right side of an object. Stop using the left side. Look, I'm guilty of that too, all right? Sometimes I peek on the left side. It's not the brightest thing to do. But if you peek on the left side, this puts you at a disadvantage. Look, the left side exposes the body, whereas right side peeks expose the gun. Which one would you prefer to have shot? Your body and lose your health, or your gun and they completely miss all their shots? It's a no-brainer. Peek from the right side, always. Ballistic mode is all about strategy, teamwork, and quick decision making. Follow these tips and maybe, just maybe, I might see you in the higher ranks going against me and my squad in no time. And hey, before I sign off, remember this. In every battle, whether in Fortnite or real life, you are never alone. Jesus Christ is always with you and will love you continually. God bless you all, Elite fam, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.